All right, all right. What's up, everybody? We are back. We are back. It is Thursday, about 3:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be hanging out charting the crypto landscape because, Bitcoin just surprised everybody overnight and went to $104,000. I was up. I was there. I saw it for myself. A lot of people just reporting just a smidget above 100,000, but I saw it for my own self. I saw it go all the way up to 104 at some exchanges. So yeah, that was really, really exciting, guys. Hopefully you guys were there. Hopefully you guys saw it as well. If you guys were not, we'll cover it. We'll cover it. We'll go over it. Before we do, though, if you guys would do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on X, whatever it may be. It really would help out quite a bit. I'm just an old guy that makes a pretty good living for himself doing what I do here. And I'm just regurgitating my thoughts about what I'm seeing out there in the crypto markets and giving you guys some food for thought, something for you guys to chew on, maybe digest and nourish throughout your crypto journey, whether it be trading and or investing, whatever you want to call it. That's all we do here, guys. We just kind of chill out, we vibe with the community, and we do our thing. So I really appreciate that. If you guys would be supportive and help a brother out, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Really goes a long way. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump back to these charts. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. We're using Market Cipher as our favorite oscillator indicator tool of choice. We are on the daily time frame. Right now, Bitcoin, even though, like I said, throughout the day, we actually saw it run pretty high. Let's just say throughout the day. Yeah, I guess it was yesterday, right? We saw it run up to 104. I did. You guys might not have saw it. I'm telling you right now, I got the screenshots for it. I saw it run up to 104 on my phone. So that was really, really exciting to see it run up to 104 on the charts. Let me actually see which chart was it. That was about ready to go to bed. On here on the Bitcoin chart I got here, that was just shy on this one. Where was it at? At Coinbase? Did it run all the way up? I believe it was Coinbase. Yeah, let's see here. It probably was Coinbase. Yep, it was definitely Coinbase here. I saw it touch 104 and just dip back down. I literally took a screenshot of it and I was like, history, right? Matter of fact, actually, I'm gonna share it with you guys. I have it on my phone. Real quick, just so you guys know that I'm not BSing you. But nobody believes anybody on the internet these days. It's got to be on your phone. Did I get it? Did I get it in time? Ooh, maybe I didn't get it in time. Son of a gun. Oh, I didn't look. I was trying to capture it. It says 103.8. I'm telling you, I saw it. I'm not crazy. I glanced at it real quick. Still, nonetheless, really, really cool. Hopefully you guys were part of it. You guys saw it. In any case, let's go ahead and chart what's going on right now. We're on the daily time frame, so let's go back to it. And a lot of people messaged me. They're like, yo, Tank, where do you think this is going to go? And I was like, look, all in all, 100K level, like I was saying the other day, and like a lot of other people have been saying, is a very big psychological level. Like, you gotta understand that there's bots, there's people that's been waiting for years on years for that 100K Bitcoin. And now that it's finally here, no matter what people tell you, they're going to be taking profits. They're going to be taking profits, and as they should, right? Especially some of these people that bought really, really low, right? Like myself, and even further down. You need to be taking profits. You have to take profits. You can't hold indefinitely forever, right? That's ludicrous. That's crazy. So as we are going to be floating around that 100K Bitcoin price, right? People should be getting out of their positions, selling off into profits, which I congratulate each and every one for doing so. I don't see anything wrong whatsoever with people selling for profits. But what I'm trying to get at here is, with that all being said, and with that going to happen, don't kid yourself. Don't listen to everybody else that's just on the internet. Well, I know the irony of me saying it. I'm on the internet saying to you guys to listen to me. But I'm telling you, don't listen to the people that are just bullish, up only. This is no matter what. It's, you think it's going to go to 250,000. It's going to go to 500,000, and then eventually $1 million. Yes, eventually, maybe one day, right? But at the same time, there is nothing at all wrong with taking profits on a previous purchase, right? At all. Um, with all of that volatility happening, I could see us coming back down and retesting this top of the wedge pattern that we are forming out here, and retesting it to see if it holds up as support going forward. I told a lot of people that, obviously, for me, a more conservative person, I would like to see previous resistance come back and get tested as support, put it down truly as support, and then be on its way to make slower and more sustainable gains in that form, right? Maybe that stair stepping movement, if you will. Yeah, I would like to see it kind of come back down, retest this once, which was once resistance, about 97.5, bounce off of it, make a higher high, preferably. And I'm not talking about wick high either. I'm talking about body candle high here. That's what I'm talking about here. So I would like it to make a high, come back down, maybe retest that and bounce. Like that is a lot more sustainable, a lot more favorable, a lot more uh, better looking than anything else. I know a lot of people just want parabolic moves, but let's be real, guys. That's super unhealthy stuff. Crow says, "Gang, gang, what's up, man?" I was cracking up at your response with the crows and stuff like that. I was like, right, gang, gang, though, man. So yeah, actually going over kind of what we were talking about, Crow. Just some levels. Not necessarily that it's going to go to. Nobody knows, including myself. Nobody knows where these things are going to go. You just got to be prepared for it. You really just got to be prepared for it and not be caught with your pants down, if you will, when the moves happen. I'm ultra bullish long term. Don't get me wrong, I'm ultra bullish long term, but I'm also a realist, right? I'm also very much a realist with things. And I know if I'm taking profits, other people are taking profits. And I know that the whales move whichever way they want to move, and they will eat liquidity just like normal whales out in the ocean, whether it be deep in the depths of the ocean or if it's floating around the top of the surface. They will eat up and or down. It's no matter, they don't care. It's just wherever the liquidity is, wherever the food is, that's where they're going to eat, right? That's why we saw it run up to 104 basically. But yeah, so I would like to see it come back down. And even if it comes back down a lot further, I'm going to be really real with you guys. On the daily time frame, long term, we're very far away from the 50 SMA. We're even further away from the 200 SMA. And those are critical places to keep an eye on long term on the charts, especially if you're long term bullish, right? Like, let's just be real, right? Anytime it comes down to the 200 SMA, whether you're doing your own DCA strategy or not, say you're doing my 4x4 dynamic DCA strategy, anytime it comes down to this SMA here, the thicker SMA, which is the 200 SMA here, if you were to be DCAing, practicing conservative, reinforcing DCA strategy, right, where every position reinforces your last position, that in hindsight was always a good move, right? Was always a good move. And we can go back even further and back test that. Look at it here. This is 2003, right? Any single time it came down to the 200 SMA on the daily time frame, that was realistically a good place to buy. It didn't matter if price action came down to the 200 SMA or the 200 SMA came up to meet price action eventually, right? Regardless of how it happened, whenever the 200 SMA was met or cut through, that was a good point to start DCAing with your capital, right? And I'm not telling you guys what to do. Again, I really don't care, but I'm just showing you guys any single time it came down, especially after the cross here back in February 2023, like that was a good time, right? So some people have been asking me, and that's easily where I'm pointing people out at, the 50 SMA, the 200 SMA on the daily time frame, especially after the halving. Like a couple of these opinions and things that I'm saying would definitely have nuances and kind of like caveats to it, depending on which phase of the cycle we're in, which is appreciation, depreciation, and anticipation, or bull, bear, crab, right? Whatever it is. And these represented here by these 4 boxes here. I'm sorry, 3 boxes here. So yeah, it'd be a little difference, but like while we're past the anticipation and now in to the bull market, if you will, or appreciation phase, like I think that what I've been saying, anytime it comes down to the 50 or 200 SMA, good time to start laddering in with the DCA strategy. Not financial advice, just letting you guys know that's my thoughts. I'm also not a fan of buying the tops. We're making all-time highs, or we've just made all-time highs. I'm not into purchasing at all-time highs on any asset. I'm an opportunist. I'm looking for opportunities, and unless like I know something that other people don't know, and I have really good like insight or like concrete evidence that like no matter what I know is going to actually play out to be favorable for the asset, I just have a rule where I will not engage with it unless I can actually have an opportunity as far as the position goes, right? Like I would not take a position unless it's presented in that kind of way. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I have to be patient. It doesn't matter how long I have to be patient. I will wait for the pullback because inevitably there's always a pullback. There's always a pullback, or there's always some kind of sideways price action where the opportunity for me to buy on a position is going to be greater than just foaming in at the top, especially when it's at all-time highs or near at all-time highs, right? So again, that's not financial advice, just kind of a suggestion for you guys to think. Do you guys want to be, because when you buy the top, you're exit liquidity. That's literally what you are, right? When you buy the top as retail, you're always somebody else's exit. And so unless you like being somebody's back door, which that sounds so wrong now that I said it, I don't like being somebody's back door. I'm not gonna let somebody walk through that back door. Like, like I'm not getting fucked with that. No way. So just something to think about. That came out totally wrong, but it was a good analogy in any case. Anyway, yeah, guys. So that's where I'm looking for Bitcoin right now. I'm just looking at basically where we were. Let me kind of go back here. Let me reset the charts here. This is our first wedge pattern that we just broke out of. And again, I was kind of sharing this with you guys. I honestly, I dare not want to say that buy me a drink first, dude. Yeah, right. buy me a couple of drinks. Damn it. Make sure that I'm passed out. You're holding for 200K. Nice. And there's that too. Like if you have a long enough time horizon, if it's not affecting you, hold. I was telling the guys at Jiu-Jitsu today. Let me kind of be personable about this. I was telling the guys at Jiu-Jitsu today that I just sold last night when it went to 103 or something like that, whatever it was. That I sold the last of my short-term holdings for Bitcoin. I have three different bags actually. One that I trade with, one that's like a short-term like swing trade, if you will. Then I have like my long, nothing is ever going to happen with that bag. I'm never going to touch it kind of holdings. So I have three different ones. But my short-term one, I literally just sold out of last night. And while I feel like I made the right decision, part of me does feel like I'm an asshole. But like, you have rules of engagement, right? Like I had to buy, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I'll restock another short-term bag if the opportunity presents itself at the 50 and at the 200 SMA. But I'm out. I'm totally out, free and clear of everything other than my long-term Bitcoin. And to be very honest with you, I think this is the first time I've ever said it on stream or out in the open. I only have 2 Bitcoin. I have 2 Bitcoin that I'm just never going to touch. I told myself, you know what? I'll always have 2 Bitcoin. I'm never going to touch it. It's what it is. But all my short-term, all my like trading and short-term swings and stuff like that, if you want to call it that, most people think. I think like long. I look at everything as like daily time frame. So like my short-term is like 3 months, stuff like that. Like when I hold stuff, I hold it on spot. I'm not on leverage. So it's like a 3-month trade and stuff like that. But point of it all is I'm out. I'm out of everything. And I want to feel really good about it. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this thing could pop to 120 just like that. And I'm going to feel real stupid. But a win is a win is a win, right? So I'm not going to complain about it. I just wanted to kind of get it off my chest because sometimes I say it to myself, but I need to share it to feel better. Right now, though, I think that it was a good decision because, we're almost back down to 98,000. And I do think, like I was saying before, it would be nicer is if we could actually come back down, retest previous resistance and flip that into support, which we've read about 97 half, right? Could be whatever. And then if we cut through that and there's like no support that walks in, and we start cutting low down to the 50 SMA on the daily time frame, I'm going to be really patient watching the momentum of the selling, the support like that comes in as far as buyers and how much they're reinforcing the price, and make my decision then. It's always with the caveat, always with um, that rider of it depends on momentum, either upside or downside. I'm not just going to ape in because I have these limits set and like no matter what I'm going to get back in. Like, look, it's real easy to do that, and that's kind of reckless. But like, if people have these limits where it's like I'm just going to buy right back in at 72,000 because that was the previous stop, I get that. I get the rhyme and reason behind that. But if momentum is swinging to the downside with force, right? That can actually take you a lot further down than you want to go. So like, just be real with yourself. If you do enter into that, that's why I have a dynamic DCA strategy where, on my first buy, it's a feeler buy. And then I reinforce my position every single time with at least double or more. That way I'm laddering myself in with a really good strategy. In any case, I'm gonna stop rambling. I just want to kind of let you guys know, like, that's what I'm looking for right now. And even if price action, honestly, one last thing, even if price action does come, let's say it gets to all the 80, the 90 price action, and we just come back down to our previous all-time high. All in all, when you really think about that, that's not bad. That's really not bad, right? That'd be in between the two SMAs. That'd be right on our long-term trend line here, which I'm going to project out a little bit here. Boom. See this here? Just project this out just a little bit here, right? That'd be kind of in between the two SMAs, right on our long-term trend line. Trend would still be intact, and honestly, we'd be doing everything that we said recently all over again, but just on a higher, longer time frame, right? We'd be retesting previous resistance, flipping it into true support, and giving us the foundation level for us to really build upon, really truly better and healthier foundation levels or price action points for Bitcoin. That really wouldn't be bad. That really would not be bad. So I don't know, just something to think about, guys. Just something to think about. Any questions about Bitcoin whatsoever? We got 25 people watching. It's a Thursday. It's always kind of weird on Thursdays. If you guys would, whether you're live or not, like the stream, share it with people if you're on X and or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please do me a favor, like the video and subscribe. It costs you nothing whatsoever. And if you guys like the content and have any questions, I'm always open to trying to answer those questions as best as possible. Litecoin right now up 2%. It's at 136. Looking really, really good. Steffi and I were talking about it on a space. One, I really like the stance that the handler, whoever has been managing the Twitter account or X account for Litecoin, has been taking. Kind of more of a meme-ish vibe. I think that's what, unfortunately, but fortunately, that's what it takes these days to gain attention. You got to be kind of willing to poke fun and also be, good sport when it happens back to you. So I think they're doing the right thing when it comes to their Twitter handle. I think Litecoin is obviously a Dino coin that can be found on just about every exchange. So that has that going for itself there. If you want to get into any other token that's listed on these KYC exchanges or non-KYC exchanges, doesn't matter if it's DeFi or not, you're more than likely going to find Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, right? And like Link and stuff like that, like some of the old school Dino coins and stuff like that. You're going to find them everywhere. And that's a really big and interesting thing that a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to like the fundamental bullish things or positives for a lot of these old Dino coins. Like, plain and simply, they're everywhere. They're found everywhere readily, and you can trade in and out of them. They're like even on Web3, Litecoin at least. They're even on like a lot of apps and stuff like that. So that's really, really, as far as the use case goes, really important. You got to be able to onboard and you got to be able to offboard. And if Litecoin is just that, right, a means to onboard and offload your wins, right, then let it be. That is still really important. So that's one of the reasons I really like Litecoin. DOT right now had a pretty massive fucking pump recently. I know a lot of people on my previous shows, admittingly, I don't watch any news for DOT as much as like the Cosmos ecosystem was and stuff like that. That could be kind of damaging if I'm admitting it, if I'm being real with myself. I should. If I had more time, I'd love to be able to keep up with everybody's ecosystem and whatnot. There was some bullish things that fundamentally just happened for DOT and its ecosystem. That was really, really cool. Somebody shared with me earlier on the previous stream. I'm not going to go over that, but that's really why it's rallying really well. Not to mention everything else is rallied really, really well. On top of that, like it just rolled the momentum. But all in all, it's doing better than Atom right now with this price action. It's at $10.70. Atom is actually down 1.7 and DOT is up 1.7. So, you know, like it's kind of funny to see that happen because I picked Cosmos as my interoperability play, and sometimes I want to kick myself for it, and other times I feel like I'm the smartest person alive. But if you guys know what I'm doing. Crow says with the dinos, people got old bags. They need to offload once old prices regain. Yep, danger zone. That's something to think about as well, right? All of these that are seeing like DOT, Litecoin, Ethereum. When you zoom out, let's go to the monthly here. Let's go to the weekly. Go to the weekly. This is the Polkadot Kraken. It's not even like the best chart, but like this is Polkadot on Kraken. You look at previous support here, right? Resistance. There's a lot of people that want to exit their position that's been waiting a long freaking time for the opportunity to either get out with minimal damage and or get out at a break even or possibly even a little bit of profit, depending if you're like in a proof of stake network where when you were holding this whole time, you were able to actually, you know, get a little bit of a yield or maybe even some more of the asset because you're staking it, whatever the case may be. There's the point being what Crow was saying, there's a lot of people that have been waiting for a long time to get the hell out. And they will, and they should, right? Same thing that I was talking about with Bitcoin. 100K, they will take profits and they should. They should not feel bad about it whatsoever. Like, please keep that in mind, right? It looks lucrative, it looks great, but even Litecoin, even Danger Zone gift, that's right, dude. What was that the Top Gun? Danger Zone. But even like still, even with Litecoin's a lot freaking better. Man, there's far more people in profits right now. This is the Coinbase chart for Litecoin. So again, not even the best one, but like when you look at Litecoin here, there's far more people that are in profit. All these people that in their interest transparent box right now are in profits right now. At the current moment right now, right? Or should be. The only people that's out of profits are these people that were briefly up here. So, man, Litecoin. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I'm bullish on Litecoin. I'm really am. But Ethereum, like, right? Let's go back to. I've been marking up a lot of stuff up here. With Ethereum here, this is the Bitfinex. Which one is this? Yeah, same thing. I didn't know if Coinbase had basically same thing. So when you look at this is the price action, right? Dotted line right here. Basically, everybody that bought Ethereum right now is in profit mode right now. It's $38,047. I'm sorry, yeah, $38.47. You know, there's a smidget of a time where people were buying higher that are not in profits. But again, now you can actually stake, right? You can do a lot of stuff to earn a yield with Ethereum. And there's a lot of bullish things with Ethereum as well. There's a lot of fundamental things. Talk all you negative want about Ethereum. There's a lot of positives when it comes to Ethereum as well. Go to my principle though, right? Are you, and I'm kind of flooding my own bag, but I want to be real with you guys. Do you guys buy tops? I don't buy tops by principle. I just don't. I will not FOMO into it. I don't give a shit. I won't do it. I won't FOMO into it. It doesn't matter what it is. I've done that. It doesn't work out very well. It doesn't, right? Because in order for me, just like these suckers, I don't want to call them suckers. I don't want to call them suckers. I'm sorry. You guys aren't suckers. But you guys were suckers. But like these people that bought the top here, now they have to wait for forever to get back into profits, right? That sucks. That sucks. So here's something to think about, right? Ethereum right now, I'm flooding my own bags. I have more Ethereum per token than I do Bitcoin. Obviously, I have much more Ethereum than Bitcoin per token. Price value wise, my Bitcoin still outweighs freaking my Ethereum. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. So Good for Ethereum though. Good for Ethereum. Guys, I think Ethereum's gonna pop. I think Ethereum's gonna pop. And I think, honest to God, I think that 5,000 Ethereum is it's kind of like baked in. I'll get into that on a whole different show though when I have more time. I want to kind of just fly through these things. I didn't want to spend too much time on anything today. I just kind of want to give you guys my 2 cents about where my mind is with this price action for a lot of these cryptos, right? Like a lot of people that are out there on crypto Twitter, crypto YouTube, these influencers, again, I'm one of them, I guess, kind of sort of, are like nothing but good news. It's nothing could go wrong. Nothing is gonna stop the inevitable. Like that's like what's happening. But you gotta remember, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this, but you gotta remember when everybody else is telling you that, you need to be thinking at least thinking the opposite. When everybody's telling you to look this way, that's when whatever's happening over here comes and runs you the fuck over, and you'll have nobody else to blame at all. I always look the opposite way whenever just to do so. Not a lot of times I don't see nothing happening, but you guys get what I'm saying. When everybody else is telling you this, look this way, right? Because there's reasons. One, they might have bias. Two, they might have financial interests or social interests. They're influencers. They need you to be hyped. They have bags. They want you to be the exit liquidity, right? I don't care. I've already got, like I said before to you guys, I watched the show. I've already hit my triple plus play. I've made my money. I'm conservative. I'm good. I'm not over. I don't want beyond my means. I'm very blessed as it is, right? I just don't want other people to get wrecked. I don't want other people to get. I want people to base it their wins. Sure, you guys that home run it every once in a while, you guys are fucking great to listen to. Those stories are fantastic. You can tell them to all of your family and friends during the Christmas break and stuff like that. Like you hit these great home runs. But if you can base it every single time you're up to bat, you're going to bring home so much more runners across that plate than every once in a while swinging for the fence and maybe getting a home run. So just saying. I'd rather people think of that the long term, right? The long game. Anyway, let's go back into a couple of these other charts real quick. We're looking at Atom real quickly, $9.75. Atom ran all the way up to $10.50, I believe. Let me go to the daily here. Reset my chart. Yeah. Atom came up $10.70-ish, which was really, really cool because you know what? I said it before. I'm a Cosmos. I like to think of myself as a Cosmos OG. I'm primarily Cosmos ecosystem focused for the past few years. But I was calling out these zones on my 4x4 DCA strategy, and I'm going to be very real with you guys. See these yellow zones here? I had one all the way down here at 80 to reinforce my positions if these first three didn't play out for me. That's been there for a long, long time. And I was telling people, look, you got to look out for these. If you're starting your DCA zones or your DCA, that's where I would be doing. That's what I did. And I'm going to be very real with you guys. I hit it basically too. I didn't get the absolute bottom, but the way my DCA strategy goes here, this is example here. This is the example here that I shared with you guys. This is the way my DCA strategy goes. It's dynamic, right? It's very involved. It's not a passive man DCA zone. But what you do, let me show this, is if this is my buy zones, you can see this is here. It's split up into 4 different sections, right? Just follow along with me, right? Real quick. This is my first zone, 1. This is my second zone, which is 2. This is my third zone, right? Which is 3 here. This is my fourth zone, 4x4. So I have 4 zones, and within each zone, I split it up into 4s, right? Every one of these on the way down is double the amount of capital that I'm spending on that position. So if this is 2, this is 4, this is 8, and so on, right? That way I really drastically and truly ladder myself in a way better way. But going back to my 4x4, my first 3 zones here, like I didn't hit this at the very bottom, but I sure as hell did get it right around that $4. Right around that $4 price point. And from $4, right, to where we are right now, I'm up 154% in 100 days. I love it. I made a lot of money. I'm already out. Everything. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Let's be absolutely clear. I'm out. But right now, I'm just watching one thing right now with the Adam price action. Right. I'm watching to see. Excuse me. I'm talking so much. I had so much coffee that I feel like I need water right. But what I'm watching out for is this short-term trend line right here. This white line, this white dotted line right here. If price action comes down, I need to see if that holds up. If we cut through that, we're going right back down to my DCA zones. And I'm not financial advice, but I showed you guys before, and I'm gonna tell you guys again, right? Watch out for these DCA zones. Right? From here, if this doesn't hold up, we're watching out for a previous resistance, which is again right below our DCA zone, about 750. We're gonna watch where the SMAs have been coming together here, which is right at 615. And then I'm going to be watching this long-term trend line of another past support, which is right above our 416 DCA zone, right? So that's the same. I'm just going to rinse and repeat. There's bots out there. There's bots. I'm not going to fight the movement. I'm not going to fight the whales. I'm not going to fight the automation of bots and stuff like that. They will trade these levels. They have. So that's what I'm doing with Adam. Kujira doing really well. If it can get over the 200 SMA here, which is basically our last 4x4, I didn't do these because of everything that was happening with Kujira recently, right? You couldn't, or I guess you could, but I didn't. But anyway, if you can get over this 200 SMA, man, it's gonna pop. I think it's gonna pop hard. Yeah, it needs to get above the 200 SMA. Doing really well, 7% on the day. Forgive me, guys. I'm still also. If the mic ever sounds, was it like crackly or a little bit? What is it called? Grainy? What is it? Grainy? It's because I'm still trying to learn it. So forgive me. I know I've been listening to a couple of my previous streams, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds horrible." I'm not a professional at streaming. This is what I do. Streaming is like just something that goes along with it. So hopefully it's not too cringy. Jacko right now having a little bit of a down day, but all in all, still in this uptrend. Jacko, one of my favorite plays within crypto, not just Cosmos. Decentralized storage. I think everybody needs to get on board with this. But I can see it coming all the way back down. Honestly, I don't want to see it happen, but I can see it coming all the way back down to the trend line. It'd be absolutely fine. It would be absolutely fine. Yeah, appreciate you, Crow. Catch you later, man. We're not going to be on for too much longer. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Stars right now having a little bit of a down day, struggling just underneath the 200 SMA within the Cosmos ecosystem. Stargaze is the NFT platform, the heart of NFTs within the Cosmos ecosystem. Everybody uses it, but the token has been suffering. I think they've been working on some things that should help token price. All in all, though, I really do think this area that's been kind of going sideways, if you will, is not a bad place to start looking to accumulate stars if you guys want to. There's still a good percent APY that you can gain from taking your stars. And then also, like I said, with some of the changes that they presented on the proposals and their team being the Chads that they are, if we kind of wedge out between the two SMAs here and go sideways, I think that'd be a really good, again, just around here, I think that'd be a really good place to possibly consider grabbing yourself a stock. Osmosis up 2.45% here. Again, I would also like to see this come back and backtest some levels here. It has been doing pretty well with this short-term uptrend that we have. Again, I would like to see it come back down and retest it. I don't think that would be bad whatsoever. Akash doing Akash things. Told you guys about Akash back when the unlocks were unraveling, right? When it was like 30 cents, if I remember right. A lot of people, this is a long-term hold for me. I think Akash is a very important project. Compute power, right? You guys need to get on board with it, or at least research it for yourselves. I think once we wedge out of this section here on the charts, I think it'll probably have a strong pop above 550, and then we're off to the races again. With Akash. Shout out to Greg and shout out to everybody else who use Akash, who've been supporters of Akash. It's a phenomenal project. Phenomenal. 5.74. 450. Love it. Neutron having a little bit of a down day. I still don't know if Neutron regained their Twitter account. I would like to see their Super Bowl get fully launched, and a couple of other things happen as well. But yeah, having a little bit of a downtime right now, basically going sideways within this range. These yellow lines, I did DCA a little bit into it. Uh, I actually saw these other dotted lines here. This is where I had to reinforce my positions again, so I was lucky to do so. I'm considering taking profits here soon, especially if it falters and doesn't look like momentum stays with it. But right now, I don't see a need to. I'm really bullish on the Neutron team. I'm really bullish on Neutron. So I think that's could probably run up to the 76 and the $1 price point here soon. I really do. And then if it does, I probably will take out my initial investment and let the rest ride. DYDX only up 0.45%, 185. Here right now been having a pretty good run. Um, Trading $8.40, up almost a whole percent. Right now, kind of just wedging out these two zones here. I need to see it stay above 727 though. If not, the trend is changing. But yeah, Juno also up 2%. It's getting at 27. We're kind of having a pretty good pullback here. Not good though. You'd like to see it. Oops. You'd like to see it by this time, kind of have another pump back up here, and maybe we'll see this happening when the way things are looking here. But you'd like to see it start rounding back up and retest that 41 cents. If not, some news need to come out soon for Juno again. Evmos 223. And I'm so frustrated with Evmos sometimes. If you look, I'm gonna say this. If you are a project within the crypto landscape, you have a token, I don't give a shit if you're down, head down building that whole narrative, that crazy stuff that people say. You need to have yourself, your CEOs, your founders, a representative, whomever designated to. You need to have them active on the socials. You need to get your community rallied behind it. You need to be on spaces like, war cry, beating the drums, all this other stuff. You don't see that with Evmos. That's what I'm pissed at. Like, you just can't do that. Injective right now, 1.38% up on the day, $32.28. Looking really, really good. I would like to see a pullback happen. Honestly, that pullback would probably lead me to previous average resistance in the patch, which is right around $24. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to see that. I'm just being real. $24 would be a really good pullback zone for it to catch some support. Let's see what happens with that. Secret down 2.84, but it had a huge rally. I want to see it actually backtest 62 cents. If it backtests 62 cents and bounces, or even just kind of threads through 62 cents for let's say a month or two, kind of does this, that'll be really bullish for things like Shade and the rest of the ecosystem for it, right? Privacy is real. DYM, not really doing anything, kind of just going sideways right here. We were already showing you that 244 price point for DYM, and Dimension is still just sitting right there. Say right now up 4.16%. Again, I would like to see a little bit of a pullback. I'm just saying, guys. I'm a realist. I think this pullback right now with Bitcoin and everything else is healthy. It's super healthy. AVAX, let's keep dipping. AVAX right now down 2.25. Pullback would be nice. I want to see it stay above basically where it's at. Like, if you can stay right where it's at right now, that'd be really, really good. It doesn't have to pull back very much. Like, just stay where you're at. I think that'd be really ideal. ADA right now needs to have a pullback. This is unrealistic and unsustainable right here. Honestly, in Chiffian, like, look at this. 258 in a month, bro. Like a friend Crow was saying, you know how many people are trying to unwind their position who've been waiting to say, I want to get the hell out? Lots and lots of people. Keep that in mind. Zcash right now is 6.17% up at $74. I'm gonna fly past things real quickly. Anchor up 18.69%. Same thing though, just by principle, I can't be other people's exits. Let's move on real quickly. real quickly, and then we'll wrap this up here. Um, World coin up 15.7. You see here Passage. Passage token has been doing pretty well in the past couple days. There's a lot of people as well. Not trying to fund the Passage token as well. No, Cosmos person, right? But there's a lot of people trying to get out of their position as well. They've been waiting a long time for the. I want to put my face on the screen. I don't want to flood the Passage token or Strange Clan or the Passage platform. It's great. Strange Clan looks cool. The Passage platform looks cool. But there's a lot of, I'm just being real, there's a lot of people who've been waiting a long freaking time ever since the Passage token launched. And I know they're opportunists, right? They want to get their liquidity in a more opportune place that might gain a lot more yield or possibly do better than where it's sitting right now. And just for that reason alone, Passage, I will kind of warn you guys and tell you guys, while this looks great right here, there's a lot of people that would much rather be in other places, right? Strange Clan is still not out. It's still not out. I have Strange Clan 1, Strange Clan 2 Town NFTs. I have the tokens. I have all this other stuff. But God bless, it's taken a long time, right? And I still can't touch anything with it. Passage token is intermingled with the Passage platform, which is the meeting platform, if you will, or community building platform, if you will, which is really, really cool. But then it's also used within the Strange Clan game. So like, there's so much, dare I use the word entanglement? I want to use a different word because I truly like Lex. I don't want to flood Passage or Strange Clan or whatever. You gotta think about that. You really gotta think about that. I will play the game when it comes out. Just I bought the NFTs because I thought it was cool. I wanted to be supportive. Zeph right now. Zeph up 21.8%. Finally, people are starting to catch on to the importance and the cool utility and tool that is Zeph and the Zephyr token. I'm gonna in all transparency as well. I am totally promoting my bags. I'm totally shilling this to you because I'm a miner. I have never bought a Zeph token, but I mine the Zephyr network. I have 28 times rigs that mine the random X algorithm that is what the Zephyr network runs on. And I don't sell my Zephyr token. I convert it whenever the possibility is there for me to get into the reserve token because it gives me a better yield. But if you guys have not been paying attention to Zeph, you're absolutely insane. You don't understand things. I'm telling it to you right now. You need to take a look at the Zephyr token. You can buy it on TradeOrder. You can buy it on Mexi. You can mine it. You can buy it at a couple other places as well. But check out the Zephyr token. If you understand privacy, whether it's an important thing to you or it's a tool, right? And you understand the flywheel effect of yield and whatnot, check out Zephyr. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Look at their website. Look at their white paper. It's amazing. XMR on steroids. Period. Not like XMR, right? That's what I got. Let's just leave it at that. That's what I got for you guys. I don't want to talk no more. That's what I got. I don't want to talk to you guys about stuff no more. I want to keep it short and sweet. I've already been going for 45 minutes most. Guys, thank you so much for listening to me, Badger. Keep the things that I said in mind. Use it however you will. And please do me a huge favor. Like, subscribe, retweet,